Hey folks, I'm Sarah and I'm on the 2025 jury for what I think is the best book prize for literary fiction from small presses. It's called the Republic of Consciousness Prize, United States and Canada, and it is dedicated to literary fiction from small presses in North America. Over the next few months, I will be sharing every single book nominated for the prize, and while I can't share my personal opinions on each book just yet, I will share enough details so that you can get to know the book and the publisher. Every book gets its very own video, and you are not going to want to miss a single one. Next up is book number 11. This is Mothers of Fate by Lynne Hugo, and this is published by Blank Slate Press, which is an imprint of Amphorae publishing group. This one I feel like I have to be careful to describe because so much of this novel is built around the order in which details are shared. So Monica is an attorney, and she's in her office one night when a woman arrives saying she needs to hire a lawyer. And this woman, whose name is Deanna, proceeds to tell this long, winding story from her past. And eventually, as you get kind of flashbacks to the past and you learn Deanna's story, you learn that Deanna wants Monica's help tracking down Deanna's son, who she gave up for adoption when he was born 30 years before. But it's also important to note that Monica and her wife have recently adopted a baby of their own. And everything, all of the background and secrets proceed to kind of unfold from there. And the novel, by exploring these characters' lives and stories, deals with really intense ethical questions, especially related to adoption, but also related to marriage and infidelity and sex and love and abuse and manipulation and parenthood. There's so many themes that come up in this novel, but they're all tangled together. It's not like one theme appears in one thread and then another and another thread. They're all wrapped together in all of the stories that come together in these characters' lives. And you follow multiple perspectives too. So you follow Monica in the present and Deanna in the past, Deanna with her story from the past that she's sharing with Monica. And then you also have the perspective of the parents who adopted Deanna's baby. And then you get several other perspectives that I won't mention so as not to spoil anything. Lynne Hugo is an award-winning author of many different novels. She's from New England but now lives in Ohio, and she has one of the best openings to an author bio that I think I've ever read. So she writes, "I write in black Walmart capri sweatpants. They don't start out as capris, but I routinely shrink them in the dryer by accident." She just has a lot of quirky, lovely details in her bio, so definitely check that out. This is published by Blank Slate Press, an imprint of Amphorae Publishing Group. And Amphorae Publishing Group is a woman and veteran-owned business. Amphorae was created in 2014 with the merger of Blank Slate Press and Walrus Publishing, and they say, "We are driven by our commitment to our authors and to the art of writing. Our goal is to publish emerging and established writers contributing to the diversity of the written word." And as I mentioned, Mothers of Fate weaves across different perspectives of the members of the mostly three main families of this story. And so you are weaving back and forth with the perspectives, but then you're also weaving back and forth in time. And when you have a novel that really gets its momentum from the very carefully planned release of bits of information, I think it's really helpful to have that novel told through different perspectives and going back and forth in time. And I personally find it very satisfying because I know with every switch in perspective and in time that I'm going to get a little bit more of the story, because that's kind of the how it functions. You get back and forth and you accumulate the full picture. But then that switching also helps slow down the reveal of information because you are doing this switching back and forth, which takes time, and that builds anticipation too. It's just another one of those awesome tools that writers have in their toolbox, and you see it in TV and film a lot too. And I'm so curious to hear from you books or shows that you've read and enjoyed that do that switch back and forth perspectives in order to control the release of key pieces of information and build that anticipation. If you have any great examples, leave them in the comments below for us all to share together, because that's definitely how this book is functioning, switching back and forth perspective. So it's always fun to learn, other great examples. And that's just one of many incredible books nominated by one of many incredible publishers. The long list of 10 books is usually announced in mid-January-ish, but I guarantee you there are going to be more than 10 amazing books from these nominees. So if you love offbeat, under-the-radar literary fiction, you are going to want to follow along. Click above or below for the next nominated book. If I've filmed it, it'll be available there. If not, stay tuned for just a little while longer. And in the meantime, you can click the playlist below that will contain all of the nominated books that I've shared so far. Again, my name is Sarah. Thank you so much for joining me here. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.